Hello, my arty friends. It's Peg, and today on Art Joy Sharing, it is a premiere day, and we were doing gel printing. This is the 7th of July, and this month is all about neon pop. So, I have out products which are neon in color. I'm going to try testing some of these things out to see what I like and what I want to use. Now, most of these are going to work just fine on a white piece of paper. On a black, you're going to have some more challenges. So just know that some of these neon colors are a little translucent and do not always show up real well on a black surface. So I'm just scribbling some of these pens down to see what they look like. I haven't used these on a gel plate before, so I don't know if I'll get around to them, but I'm checking out these different products to see how they're going to work. You know, even if you're putting it over the top of a gel print, it's kind of interesting to try these different things out. So I have the solid paint markers, I have Liquitex, I have all different kinds of paint, and of course I have my gel plate. So this is a liquid, or a, what do you call it, a fluid acrylic that I'm combining with a Liquitex student grade paint, and I'm going to print some bright neon colored papers because sometime during the month I'm going to be doing some collage work, and I'm going to want some printed papers to use in those collage pieces. So I have a variety of things. Some are from DecoArt. DecoArt has a whole line of neon paints, and Liquitex has neon paints. Most of the different paint companies have neon paint. However, not all of them are heavy body enough or pigmented enough to not show the color underneath. So I'm trying out these solid markers. They do not impress me on a gel plate. They are very creamy and they work just fine on a piece of paper, but they're not working on the gel plate very well. So I'm mixing up some more color, and I will print this print and see what we can get. Now I have blues and greens and yellows and orange and bright hot pink, all kinds of neon colors. So I'm going to, print a variety to use in the future. I think I used some blue greens for my abstracts, and I used some of these brighter colors on journal page later in the month. So you'll see some of these colors come out. This is just a grid stencil from Stencil Girl. I thought that was kind of interesting. But I'm just pulling the paint through that, and then I'll add another color on top. I'm working on multiple plates because I want to do an assortment of prints, and we're only going to print for about an hour today. So, you know, it's what I can get done in an hour's time on a gel plate. So I'm bringing out that bright, bright green. This is from FW ink. It's more liquid, and I'm just going to clean that off of my stencil and pick up the print and keep moving on. Now, Shell and I have been gel printing for a very long time, and there's a whole playlist, I'm sure, on Art Joy Sharing and probably on my channel for gel printing. So if you want to see other gel printing, you can check that out and watch gel printing for about as long as you want to. In Art Joy Sharing, we do those as live sessions. So those are about an hour and a half in length. And on my channel, I usually do speed versions because not everybody has an hour and a half to watch something. So you know, we do what we can, where we can, so that everybody is able to see the process. So I'm just doing some pickup. I've got a white, and I'm just going to pick up the stuff that's on my gel plate, and I'm going to move some of the stuff aside from my desk because it's taking up too much space. I only have so much space on my desk. When you gel print, you need some space for all of the supplies, the stencils, the stamps, the brayers, the paint, place to roll off, all of that. But I mostly was just wanting to create some of these brightly colored papers. So eventually I get out some black. I've got these printed papers from my friends at P&M Artist Studio, and I want to put some color on those. This is one of those tools from Ranger, just to put a design on your plate. I just, combed through the paint, and I'm picking up on my other pickup sheets all the excess paint so that I can keep moving forward. So if you like this video and you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing, click the bell for notification, give it a thumbs up, all the things that let YouTube know that this is the kind of content you're interested in, so that it puts it out there for other people. So I've got this stencil, and I'm going to put that down with some, I'm trying to get some spray paint on here, and my spray paint is not working the way I want it to. So I'm having to get other, the problem with spray paint is just like any other spray product. They clog. So I needed to get a new cap and put on this one. So some of the products that I'm using are Marabou Fashion Statement Spray and the Liquitex spray paint. It's professional spray paint, so it doesn't have the heavy fumes that a lot of the other spray paints have. I'm not going to use much of it here. I have FW Liquid ink, which is an acrylic. You can see me coming back with some more of that Marabou spray and picking some of that up. This is some of that blue-green combo, which is very pretty together. I like blue and green together. It's some of my favorite. I'm going to try to dry that down a little bit because, yeah, if I want to keep the stencil image, I need it dry enough so that when I put paint over the top, it's going to pick up the design. And of course, this wasn't dry enough, and I'm putting some white out on a piece of paper so that I don't have a big glob of it on my gel plate, but still, it's still moving that stuff around. So I'm going to try to pick that up on a piece of black, and I find it interesting. I like the print. It's got some really interesting color and is in nice contrast with that black. So I'm going to get another stencil and pick up some of that through the stencil onto this black piece. And I've got these floral pieces. I like a lot of floral imagery, so this was kind of fun. Going to add some more of the Liquitex. These are just the Liquitex, what do they call that? Whoops. It is Liquitex Basics. Fluorescent orange, fluorescent pink, green. They've got all those different fluorescents in the Liquitex Basics. And you can find those at most craft stores like Michael's. they all seem to carry them. It does, however, change when you put it on black, and you'll see that for yourself. I am going to put those on these printed papers from PM Artist Studio. I am choosing to use some of the Deco Art paint here because it's a little more translucent, and it will show the black of the print through there, and it'll overlap on the other colors. And so I just thought that would be a good choice on here. And you can see the design through that. Now you can use these also for a resist technique. It'll keep the laser imagery on your plate. I did not do that for these. I was just printing paper. So here's a couple of stencils from Stencil Girl. As you know, I've got lots of Stencil Girl stencils because they were some of my first and most favorite stencils. And picking that up, put some black down through the stencil and picking that up, just using my Baron to press that down. I like that print a lot. I like the contrast with the black. Now I've got some paint on the plate, and I'm going to use some bright orange Liquitex and pick that up. And the papers I'm using are just some cheap copy paper and some, I think I used some rice paper, so I've got both here, copy and rice paper. And the copy paper is in both black and white. And I do have all that stuff linked in my Amazon store. So if you look down below to my links, I have a link tree with all of my different links. And you can find my Amazon store. Things are broken out by what they are, watercolor, what type of medium, so you can find the things that you're looking for in my store. And, you don't have to buy with me, but if you're interested in products, you can go check out my store, and they're all listed there so that you know what that product is and you can find it wherever you shop. So that's kind of fun, right? Using those printed papers. So you will be seeing us working with Neon all month long. I hope you're enjoying the projects and challenges that we offer through Art Joy Sharing. Shell and I have been doing these challenges for years now, and let us know if there's something you think that we should be doing that we just haven't thought up, because, we always like to play along and have people play along with us. So have a great week. Enjoy playing with the bright colors yourself, and show us your work, because we always want to see your work, so you can use our hashtags and also put it in the group on Facebook. Thanks, guys.